Hi, today I'm going to do a quick request which was requested by PuppyLove221. Now she says she's a beginner at makeup and she wanted to know what the must-have things were for any beginner. So I'm just going to go through the kind of things that I have. So, things that I use every day and that are must-have items for any beginner is a good concealer. If you feel you need it, if you don't need it, well, lucky you. This one is by Benefits and it's Boing and it's in shade number 2. It's really important that you try a lot of different concealers for their consistency and definitely an exact match on the colour. Now the same goes with foundation. I use a Prescriptives Exact Match Makeup foundation. This one is called Real Honey. And I went to Prescriptives at the counter and we tried lots of different ones, and this one was an exact match for my skin tone, which I was really pleased about because you just can't see it. It's wonderful. You don't get any tide marks or anything like that. It's brilliant. So if you're not fond of using foundations, and I don't use this every single day, some days I might use a tinted moisturiser, you have a bit more flexibility about the colour. It has to be around your skin tone, not too dark, not too light. But because it's thinner and you don't put so much on, you have a bit more flexibility over the colour you go for. Now I use an e.l.f. number 3 shade, which is a tinted moisturiser, and it's really good. Other things you'll need is an eyeliner pencil. This one is Barry M Intense Black, but I have quite a few that I use. You don't have to use black, you can go with whichever colour you like. Grey is really good, a smoky brown, or sort of a minky sort of colour, really useful. And then a good mascara, and I'm using at the moment the Intense Black by Barry M, but I also have a Body Shop and a Clinique one that I'm really quite fond of too. They're really good items to have. As for eyeshadows, well, it's really your choice. Most people's everyday look is some sort of light brown and dark brown, just sort of smoked out a little bit, so all it does is just add a bit of brightness and lifts the eye, a bit like what I'm wearing at the moment, which you'll find the tutorial video for on my channel too. The other thing that I think is really useful, and I often take this away with me if I don't want to carry too many products, is a cheek and lip stain. So it's a very natural colour on the lips and then a light rosy colour on the cheeks. And I use this one, which is by Suki colour, and I have a little tester here because they're just really handy for taking away for the weekend. You don't have to worry about, you know, having lots of pots of things. I'm a real big fan of having little things to take away in a small bag. So it's a very useful thing to have. And this one is by Suki colour and it's called Dahlia. It's a really nice rosy colour. It goes very well with my skin tone. And then the final product that I think is really useful and I take with me in my bag every day wherever I go are blotting sheets. I think I've mentioned these before in one of my must-have videos, where you literally, if you're feeling a bit shiny around the nose, the chin, the forehead, just blot carefully all over whenever you feel you need it, and it blends in really well. As for brushes, well, I have this as a really useful brush. This is by the Makeup Brush Company and it's just beautiful. It's a lovely chiselled eyeshadow brush, so you can see it's quite flat but fluffy at the end. And if I bring it even closer and go in like that, you'll see it's chiselled. Really, really useful. And then it has a liner at the other end, so really handy brush. The other thing I think is really useful is a cheek brush. Again, it's chiselled, you'll see it's not the same, it's not just a big fluffy brush. So it's really useful for getting under the cheek and onto the cheekbone. So what I might do is use a rosy colour on the cheekbone. Once you put your cream on, blend it in with this, and then you might want to take a slightly darker colour to accentuate and then highlight on the top. That's a bit advanced, you know, not really for everyday stuff if you're just pootling around. But a really useful brush for everything, for blending as well. Very, very useful. So that's my beginner's kit. That's the kind of stuff that I would take away with me that I can't really do without if I'm planning to wear makeup at the weekend. So I hope you enjoyed that. Do please carry on requesting things from me. I have got a bit of a backlog, but I do endeavour to at least answer everybody and get back to you, because I think it's really important to make these videos and make the things that you want to see, not just the things that I want to do. So thanks again for requesting PuppyLove221, and I hope this answers your queries. Bye!